Hello, Mr. Selly. Hello, class. This is Alberto Montes for MGD 1508. This is my quick review of my week 3 beta. So a few things we had to add, starting with sprite animations. Um, you can see here I have my two atlases. I did two animations. Create my texture atlas for my animations right here. And then throughout the game when I need them, let's see. Like here's my flying owl animation. I set up the array, set up my images into the array. And my power up animation I also set up into an array. So that when I need them, then during the game I can just call on them, like my owl right here. When I'm making him, I can throw in the animation right here. And then in my physics bodies down here, when my main character collides with the power up, his eyes will flash red to give the user feedback because maybe they're not using sound. So, and sometimes when you're just going around the screen so fast, you don't even notice you picked up the power up. So his eyes will blink red to let the user know. Also, a working pause button, which was probably right here's my pause method. Probably would have been the easiest part of this, but when I initially started my game, I used NS timers for my enemy spawning, and my pause button would pause the scene, and then as soon as I would unpause, about 1,000 cheeseburgers and like 80 billion power-ups would be on the screen, just falling and going crazy. And I could not figure out. I kept reading everyone. They're like, "Nah, you just paused the scene." So I figured out that NS timers do not play well with the sprite kit frameworks. So once I changed them to SK actions, which I mean I probably should have in the first place since we're using sprite kit, once you pause the scene, everything paused. Visual feedback I talked about before. I added the blinking red eyes, which I'll show you during the game. Another rough spot for me was the appropriate entity sizes and spacing for an iPhone and iPad devices. What I ended up doing was right in the beginning, I check to see if we have an iPhone or an iPad, excuse me, and I store them into the device type variable. And then from there I can perform conditionals to scale my different nodes. And since I only have 3 nodes, well, excuse me, 4 because the background, I really only call on it maybe 4 or 5 times. I think I call it on an extra time for like font sizes. So it wasn't a huge thing, but when I used it with right here, aspect fill, everything worked fine. Like the heavens just came together. I didn't have to work on any positioning at all. I just had to work on scaling. The positioning all like fit perfect. And also we had game win-lose conditions. So I have it set up that when you reach 25, you win the game. You get the game win scene. But if you collide with the cheeseburger, you will get sent to the game over scene. And I'll go over this real quick with you. I'll show you. Here it is on iPad. You can see paused works. We even get some feedback here that the game is paused in case someone hit it and just thinks it's frozen, whatever. We have the score up in the top right. You'll see my bird is flapping his wings. Let's see if I can grab a power up. And his eyes will blink, giving you feedback there. I'll lose real quick to show you my lose screen. Very simple, game over. And if you click, we'll make that better for next week. But then I'll show you there we have iPad Air. Switch to the iPhone 6. And you know what I'm going to do real quick? I'm going to uncomment this just so you can see my win screen. So when we reach 5 points, go to my game win scene, which is basically just the game over scene with different text and a different sound effect. So you see everything works, just as good. Try and hit 5 points really quick. Hot sauce gives us, there we go. And that's it. Fun week. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.